new book, y'all, okay? So I'm going to be unpacking it live on video while I wait for the Zoom members to come. Okay, so while I'm waiting for people to email me, I am going to open this package that came in the mail. Okay, so let's see what we get, y'all. Let's see what I got. I ordered something and it came in the mail today. Okay. Let's see what book I ordered. Don't y'all want to see what book I ordered? Don't y'all want to know what's in this package? Don't y'all want to know? Aren't y'all nosy? Are you feeling nosy right now? You want to know what's in this package? Okay, let's find out. Okay, I'm gonna open it this way because I don't want the my address showing on here. Okay. Let's get that off. Okay, so what do we have here? So they sent me a gift card. This came out. I got a gift card, y'all. It's a wine voucher. Special offer for customers of thrift books. Okay. Something else in here. Okay, I have pets, so this is good. I'm going to keep this. It's a coupon for pets. So what is this book that I ordered? What did I order? Woo! This is what I ordered, y'all. This is what I ordered. So it's called Writing Poems, 4th edition, Robert Wallace, Michel Bossier. So I just was interested in seeing how the different teachers teach it. So okay, let's see. All right, this is getting real. They're more into the Sound of Sense. Okay. Let me see this one. Oh, I like this. I like this exercise right here. I feel like this is more like, okay, this is William Carlos here, but I'm like, where's the prompts? I wonder if they give any prompts because I don't see them. It's a lot of poetry in here. Ooh, I like this one. Letter in July. My life slows and deepens. I'm 38, neither here nor there. It is a morning in June. July, hot and clear. So that's a rhyming letter, but I'm wondering what the prompt is. Okay. I feel like what they're doing is like teaching about the poems, but I wonder if they got any prompt section. I don't like that I'm not seeing no prompts. Let's see what we get here, y'all. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Let me put my glasses on. Yeah, see, this is a lot. Oh, okay, they have it by chapter. Process making the poem happens. Poems to consider revising. Okay. So, child. I feel like they made this like, this is a very technical book. I mean, I understand this stuff because I took this in school, but still, they need to. All right, this is a good prompt. Even though they didn't give the prompt, he says first I would have her be beautiful. So that's a nice little jump off line. First, I would have her be, um, and then you could just pick, first, I would have her be graceful. That's how I would start that line. Yeah. That would be a nice prompt. How would you have somebody be? They could have put that as a prompt, but they didn't. Like this one, this could be a prompt. We were born to be gray. They could have said, write a poem talking about you were, how you and your friends were born to be. We were born to be gray. We went to school, sat in rows, ate white bread, looked at the floor a lot in the back of our small heads. I feel like they could have left this unrhyming. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We were born to be green. I would start this, if I want to write my poem, if I want to use this prompt, we were born to be gray, I would actually say, we were born to be green. Not quite seen unless some eye is sure it wants to study us head to toe, how we come, how we go, seen, unseen. That's what I would say. I like that line, y'all. I like my little phrase that I just came up with on this prompt. We were born to be green, not seen. The green, most people want to feel, but just walk on by. We were born to feel the sky. Yeah, I'm writing a poem live on this video. See, I'm showing y'all. So I'm gonna sit here till we get more people. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna start a poem. I like that prompt. I really, really like that prompt. So I'm gonna write down this prompt. You never know when the muses are gonna start talking to you. They can start talking at any time. Okay. I did have my pen here, and I don't know what happened to it. Well, I can always replay the video, but I can feel like there's a muse with me. This person is telling a story, but I wouldn't take it this route. Okay, the poem is called The Supremes. It was written in 1954 by Cornelius Eady. This sounds like he was reading work. This sounds like work by Charles Simic. Somebody must have been reading the work of Charles. I believe this person might have been reading his work, or he might have. Ted Kooser is here too. You find your prompts, you find your themes through reading other poems. This is a somewhere poem, somewhere. It's an all right book, but I feel like they was trying to show off and be too technical. They didn't consider giving prompts out. I just don't see their prompts. I don't know if it's all mixed in with this stuff. I mean, they don't have any where they tell people how to write. Like they don't do that. All they're doing is like explaining the poem, but they're not even giving you. So why is they calling this writing poems? Like they should have called this explaining poems. They should have called this book explaining poems. Understanding poems, how poems are written. That's all they should have called it. Not writing poems. That was misleading. Because poets just don't read to read poetry. Poets read to write poetry too. Poets read poetry to write poetry. I think they were being real slick with this title. All right, the book is called Writing Poems. It's by Robert Wallace and Michelle Bossier. This is a book that you read when you're just trying to understand how certain poems are written. I do like the poem choices. They're great. You can find some wonderful jump off lines. There's a lot of poetry in this book that you can use you can borrow lines from and give credit and write new work. There's a lot. You can find ways to start your poems how they started theirs. My problem is there's no prompts. You gotta dig out the prompt. They don't give it to you. For example, like this photo, 1920 photo, Patricia Dobler. Here's Grandpa, who did not want America, flanked by children, wife and brother, brother's wife and children standing to one side, a Chinese woman. So my thing is, she's writing about a photo, okay? You can follow her turns and write each one of your stanzas starting the way she did. But they needed to show people how to do that. Not just sharing the poem. They needed to break down the poems and show people how to do it. So like it says, here is grandpa. You could say here is grandma. And what did grandma want? Here is grandma. Here's grandma. For me, I could say, here's grandma, the Native American one, who did not want fair skin in her tree. Because I'm saying family members. I'm writing it. Fair skin in her tree. Whether afar or right under her roof. See, that would be my opening line. I'm using here is grandpa who did not want. Okay? I can use that. That's not plagiarism. What I can't use is the sentences that she used, nor the nouns and verbs order. But I can use the starting sentence. Here is grandma, the darker one, the Native American one. So she says, she did not want fair skin in her tree. The one she says she made. She did not want the fair skin, whether it was from afar, she could still see it, or whether it was under her roof, near her skin, or easy for her skin to reach. See, that's me. That's me sketching. Y'all just heard me sketching. Okay, writers sketch too. Sometimes I sketch out loud, sometimes I sketch on paper. And then her next part, how did she get into this picture? So I can start her like, how? How did her nature get darker than her looks? That's me doing embellishment. How did her nature amongst the different skin, the different skin, become darker than her looks? Okay. I'm finding my own poem through their poem. My problem is these teachers of this book should have been doing what I'm doing. They should have been saying how you can use these poems as jump off instead of just putting poems in here and saying, "Oh, here's process and making poems happen." Okay, they're talking about process in this section. Okay, Emily Dickinson is in here. But it's like, where's the okay, they do okay, this is the section they do have some instructions on beginning your poems and writing your poems. But it's like, why is it all the way at the back of the book though? Like, I guess they tried to set this up like a straight up PhD poetry course. That's what they tried to do. They set this book up to be like a PhD poetry course. Yeah, that's what they did. I mean, this is process making poems, but my thing is they don't even get to giving you any tips to beginning your poems. Y'all, I don't know. They gave one little instruction. This is all like just talking about the poem. I mean, if you want to set up a PhD poetry writing school out of your house, this is the book to get to. See now, look, there's an exercise right here on page 273. Okay, but I don't see much anywhere else. I'm keeping it real. They don't give you any prompts or any ways to start. You know what book that I like that actually is there's a book better than this. It's called the Poetry Workshop for Poets, because it gives you prompts, tips, instructions, all. And also there's a couple other books. This book is better than this book, I feel like, for getting some writing done. This is more like study this poem, study it. All right. If you're on vacation and want some long poetry book lesson, this is the one for you. A lot of people clicked out when I started talking about poetry. Everybody is obsessed with just psychic stuff, spiritual stuff, obsessed with like information consumption rather than creativity. All the creative channels on YouTube are struggling. People refuse to use their mind for creative stuff. It's like UK is leaving America in the dust. Americans are literally refusing to be creative. We're just sitting online, running our mouths, trying to prove how intelligent we are, trying to just gather and collect wisdom, and it's not good. It's really not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this book all the way through winter and summer, okay? But I'm going to like read it slow and study it. All right, I do like this chapter on personification. So if I went to do this book, I would go to a chapter that I'm curious about. I would choose what poetry writing class to take in this book. I wouldn't just read through the whole book. So I like personification. So I will highlight this chapter. That's chapter 1. He's talking about personification. He's talking about form. I'm not really into forms. I like the poem to tell me the form it's supposed to be in. I don't like predetermined forms. That's just me. I don't really mess with those too much. I do like... I don't know. Oh, they are unorganized in this book. It's a good book. My problem is that when they do give you, it's all over the place, like with the questions and the prompts. It might be here or it might be in the middle. They needed to keep it all the way, always at the end of the page so that the reader always know where it's at. It says, here are 2 poems printed as prose. Experiment with turning them into verse by dividing the lines in different way. What different effect can you create? So they are given some exercises to learn certain techniques, but the exercises are not... This is a wonderful book if you want to read some great poetry. This poetry in here is bomb. Period. I mean, they even have Ezra Pond in here. Bomb. Okay. The End Stop Free Verse, chapter 32. I'm going to be reading that. Chapter 32. Yeah. William Carlos is right after. I'll be reading that one, that chapter, page 37. I'll be studying that. I don't really... Syllabic, no. I'm not interested in the forms. Woo, there's a lot of good poetry in this book, y'all. My Papa's Waltz is in here. I knew it. I thought that was by Charles Simic. That's by Theodore Roth. Wow. I wonder if that's right, because I could have swore that was by Charles Simic. I don't know. Okay. So there's assonance. There's Dylan Thomas. Dylan Thomas is in here. Ooh, child. Okay, there's some good poetry. You can find a lot of poetry starting ideas from this book. So if I went to sit down and I was trying to find a way to start my poems, there's plenty of poems in here that can help you get started. You just can go ahead and use them. Yeah. Yep. Quiet reading is so important to become a great writer. So I have other books coming, but this book I'm studying. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get through some of the exercises with this book. So this book right here is the one I'm all into right now. So here's the exercise that I'm doing. And this one has to do with... It is dealing with Frank O'Hara. Okay, I'm doing the exercise in this book based upon the poem of Frank O'Hara. This one. This is the exercise. This is the This is what I've been doing lately. I wrote 2 great poems using this structure, using this lesson here. I'm editing the poems today. Yeah. I need to add one more scene to my poem, and then I'm done with it. The one that I'm working on right now. And then there's one that I'm writing. Yeah. So I'm working on this. This is what I'm doing right now. Page 50 is called the writing moment. Okay, this guy got a YouTube video. His YouTube video is wonderful. It's called How a Poem Can Save a Life. How a Poem Can Save a Life. It's by Daniel Teasdale. It's on YouTube. You can watch that video. I like that he highlights his writing moments. See that? See how he highlights it? So you know when the moment's there, like when he's telling you to write something. He's asking you some questions. And then he does give you a prompt. See? So like he'll ask you some questions on the lesson, and then he'll give you the poem, and then at the end he gives you the exercise to do. All right, that's how I think he has this book upset. He gets 5 stars on this book all the time. He has this set up very nicely, very nicely. All the takeaways and the prompts and stuff, they're highlighted. See, you know the difference between his prompts and the lesson. I'm gonna do my book like this. I'm a straight up highlight my instructions, my takeaways. Because looking at all the text being the same color, that's confusing my eyes, even as a regular reader. I got to leave my book collection to somebody in my will, because I got a magnificent book collection for writers. This book is the stuff. Here. If you have trouble writing, just open this book and do what it says. If you want to write a poem, then you will write something with this book. Sheila Bender. I want to buy all her books. This is by Sheila Bender. Writing personal poetry. See how she has this wonderful mind map, dear? Now, and I've done this mind map several times, and it always works. Like, this always works. I like her little outlining thingy she got going on. This is just the stuff. I think she was shortchanged on Amazon. She was ripped off. This book needed to be a bestseller. I mean, it did do good, but I think she could have sold millions with this book. I think the reason why she didn't sell millions is something about the color. The cover, she could have changed the cover to make it more up-to-date, aesthetic, personal, and I think she could have added some color in the book. Color. It's just so plain. I guess she thought if she keep it simple, but, you got to be willing to do things in a different way if you want success. Okay, y'all. Thanks for listening, y'all. I'm going to get some more writing done. This is a wonderful day. See y'all later. Hopefully people sent me their email, and they emailed me so I can start the Zoom workshop. So I'm going to go check to see if I got any emails. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Check the community news for my announcements. Bye.